Welcome to the Spaceship PoeArtistry, where sometimes you have to leave the earth in your mind to grab the universe gifts through poetry. Spaceship PoeArtistry moment, star date Tuesday. Song and poetry. In Psalms 40, David makes expression, King David that is, he makes expressions about difficult time that he had went through and how he had waited patiently on God. And then in verse 3 of Psalms 40, he even goes into a statement about a new song being, given to him as well. And one thing about this new song, as I encourage you to read the other expressions that go into thankfulness and then also a desire for God to continue to help him because he knew he was needy. This powerful warrior of a man, this compassionate man, was humble before his God. He even still said he knew he was needy. With that being said, it's interesting from King David being a man agreeable to God's heart would make all these type of statements in Psalms 40 that even would be prophetic, that yes, even would be talked about in the Gospels, the four Gospels. See, he was quoted as well, you see, by his offspring, if you will, in the physical realm, Jesus. Now, with that being said, it goes to show he was a poet, a songwriter, and guess what else? Story. You see, also a story teller. Yes, a story of facts. However, it reminds me of what we say today. When you have persons, even in science fiction, you will hear the Cleons quite a bit. The writers inspired them to talk in this way about this great feat will be remembered in what? Song and story. You see, so these accounts would be told in an accurate way. And sometimes, like I said, science fiction, when you listen to the Klingons, a very exaggerated, boisterous way as well. All the same, song, story, and poetry certainly goes together. And that's one thing I want to tell you about in your affirmations today. I tell you to start off by stating your love for God, and then also in your affirmation, your love for yourself. Okay? And that's just a start off. And with that, or should I say a start on? and with that being said, be sure in your affirmations that you can do it in the same order of even Psalms 40. You see, sometimes you wake up and, I like to say, you may be feeling like you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. And so you can already start, telling God after you appreciate the love he has for you and you have for him, that it was some type of situation that you may be dealing with. And you're thankful that he has helped you in the past and that you need his help now, you see. And it requires patience. We know that it requires patience. And you can continue to remember how he has helped you in the past. Look at the knowledge you have today that you didn't even have yesterday. Look at the knowledge that you have today that you haven't had in the past. Has this song, story, and poetry like in Psalms 40, has it increased your knowledge of God and increased your appreciation for him? See, you can thank the grand creator in heaven at the pace he has still brought you along according to your general emotional, yes, and spiritual makeup. So, Psalms 40 and other of David's songs and poetic language and relating of accounts that he had been through, song, story, and poetry. You see, you can do the same thing, and you can be in appreciation just like King David was. Yes, on the Starship PoeArtistry, when I talk about us actually leaving, you see, the physical locale or the earthly locality of our mind and actually going out into the universe space all the same with it. Oh, we run into all sorts of things, do we not, in our thinking ability? And we can appreciate these gifts that God has given us, these ways of expressing ourselves. And that's one thing I really do appreciate that King David continued to show. That man, you see, not only was a man agreeable to God's heart, but he expressed himself in ways that was unfiltered. And see, when I say unfiltered, and I'm not even talking about profanity or vulgar language. No, that's not what I'm talking about. In other words, if he felt something, he said it. And boy, in some of those songs, you can hear even the way he felt about people who treated him bad. He didn't mince words with the way that he felt and what he felt would happen to them as well. And he had confidence that God would help him. Today, yes, we can feel a certain way. And that's why I said we can talk with somebody to get it off our chest as well. This just goes to show we should never really, feel bad that if we do have a good friend who will listen to us and allow us to express ourselves on exactly how we really feel about a situation, which the first one is God. And for some of us, that's all we have right now in a way of thinking, in a way of viewing spiritually, depending on your occupation. Some of you know what I'm talking about. But all the same, I'm sure even today, many of you poets, in your song and story and poetry, your true unfiltered heart is coming out. And guess what? It is inspiring others as well. Have a very wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next Spaceship PoeArtistry moment.